Okay, great evening, everyone. Ow, this thing's poking me. YouTube. I'm putting up a video, and this is only for those that have a new ostomy, that are having a colostomy, and are real new to it. And I show what I use, how I use it, why I use it. So this is not a video for general perusement, because I am going to show the stoma. Okay, so it's very graphic. So again, not something for general consumption. I'm warning you now that it is going to show the intestine, the stoma that sticks out from your skin. And so again, this is not something for the squeamish, and not for something for just general entertainment, if you will. Okay, I did this video for those that are just going in and getting a new ostomy. And again, the things that I found that have worked, and how I use it, and why it works. And so I wanted to pass that along, and hopefully save somebody a lot of trial and error when it comes to finding the right ostomy products. Okay, this is just for new ostomy people that have a colostomy. Now, I just use this to take a bath. These you can get on Amazon. Take off your bag and cover your stoma so you can take a bath. So if you're going to use these, I'll show you how you do it. You take one of them and you take off this white part first. Okay. You place it on your stoma, cover your stoma, and then you pull this part off. Now, it's going to be very stiff when you go to put it on at first, but once you take this part off, then it's very pliable, and it will go in on itself and create a barrier. So these, again, you can get on Amazon so that you can bathe. So I'm going to take this off and show you my stoma. And again, this is for those that have a colostomy, because you have a different stoma than you do with an ileostomy. So I want to clean this up. Okay, make sure that's clean. So what I use, you can see that my stoma is flush with the skin. So what they told me before that I needed to use was the convex. Now, when I came home from the hospital, they put me in Hollister. I couldn't use it. The Hollister would leak. It wasn't working for me. Okay, I use a wet wipe, the 99% water wet wipes. You can see I have a large hernia as well here that I'm dealing with. So I want to make sure this is cleaned up. And then we're going to let that dry, and as it's drying, what I use are these bags. Comes like this. Okay. You can get these on Amazon. They are called Celecare, C-E-L-E Care. Now, when I got my ostomy, because it is just flush with the skin, okay, they told me I had to use a convex. And I was using the Sensor Mio for a time. But, you know, they're expensive. And again, I was having some leaks and some difficulties. I came across these, and I have not had a problem since. Now my stoma, let me see, is it? Yeah, it's weeping again. Let me get another one of these. You want to make sure that it's clean. Yeah. It's got a little bit of mucus coming out. So I'm going to let that dry. But while it's drying, you know, after I got my stoma, it started getting larger. And the Sensor Mio only goes up to 45, and I need to cut it up to 50. So they were no longer working for me on the size. So these are quite easy to cut. Since my stoma is kind of oblong, I start at 45, go around the edge, and then down to 50. Okay? And follow those lines around 50. And then up 45. Cut it like that. And I keep these, and I'll tell you why I keep this part that's cut out. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Now this, I'm going to make that a little bit more round there. And so before I put this bag on, I like it though because again, you can see through it very easily to position it. But before I do that, once I clean it with water, the 99.9% water, then I use these Safe and Simple Skin Barrier. I will put that on around it. Okay. Put that around. And then you're going to let that dry. You don't want to do anything while it's still wet. So we'll let that dry. Now, again, the reason why I keep these is because it does not have a place if you start having gas and your bag starts blowing up. It doesn't have a release valve. So what I do, I take a very small pin, just a regular little pin prick, and put a hole, and that's enough to express the air out. And so to cover that, I keep this, you just peel this paper off of it. There you have it. And then that will go over that little hole and seal the bag quite well. So I keep these for that reason. Okay, this is, yeah, that's dry. So all you do to place your bag, you take off this little paper, and then I start with it at the bottom. Let me see if I can position it here with the thing. Okay. So you position it from the bottom, and then just, again, then layer it up like this, and that seals it really well. Now the other thing I do with these is I use these Halo Ostomy, the stickers, and I use it with one of these Stoma guards. They have these. This is the one that goes with this, the Halo. But I got another one from Stomaplex, And then I modified it myself, because usually they use a belt with these, and I can't use the belt because of having the stomach and the hernia and the waist. The belt just doesn't work for me. So you put this on, and then you apply it right to your bag, right above where your stoma is, and that will protect your stoma, okay? And so with that, I can put on jeans, something tight. The other thing I'm using are, I've gotten a couple of different shapewear garments that are medium strength. Now I've gotten this type. You want to make sure that it's tight enough that it compresses that. I got a few different brands of them, but because I have also a hernia up here, I've got a large hernia here, and I've got that large hernia here. You can see it bulging like a big grapefruit. I need to have something to push those in. And so you want the stoma guard, so it's not pressing on the stoma. And the guard also, it has that opening here, so it allows the fecal matter to go down into the bag. Now, one thing I didn't do that you can do is to put the deodorant in the bag first. A lot of people use it. Now, when I go to take this off, I use the Brava adhesive spray, and you just spray it on here, and it comes off really easily. Now, I have not had any kind of problem with any kind of leaks with this, etc. And again, once I put on the that shapewear, it does hold this in to where it's not sticking out at the top here and showing in your things. Now again, jeans, you can wear jeans that are kind of tight, and that will do it itself. Or if you're wearing something else stretchy, yoga pants, etc., or a skirt or a dress, so that this is not poking out real big. And again, my big hernia here. I look like I'm smuggling footballs here. The shapewear does help to compress those and bring them in, so you are not so, it's more comfortable with that as well, and just keeps everything compressed. So that's what I use. Again, when I use the water wipes, 99% pure. I don't use soaps and things around, because the soaps can contain oils and things in them, and that is what causes a lot of people to get leaks. Your bag does not stick well. So again, what I use are these, this one, Sealy Care, which is like $30 for 30 pieces. So it's $1 a piece. You can afford to change them, twice a day, versus if you're using the, let me put this up. If you're using the Sensora Mio, it's like over $100. So it's a lot more expensive. So I'm really happy that I found these bags and I've tried them, but putting them on with the method that I use, it's worked perfectly. You use the Brava adhesive remover, and that bag will pull off so easily. Whereas I've had other bags, the Sensora or some of the other bags, and the flange that they had on it just melted to my skin, and I was taking skin off with it. even with using the Brava or any other ones, I could not get those off sometimes. So that is why I use this other product now, and I've done really, really well with it. So I just wanted to pass that along, because I know when I got started, you know, they didn't tell me much of anything. They sent me home with Hollister, and it was a nightmare. I couldn't wear the Hollister. I couldn't wear the Convatec. The Convatec, it just melted to my skin, and I couldn't get it off. That is a nightmare. It is so painful. It's taking skin and all off. And so I switched to the Sensorabio, the convex, which worked pretty good, but sometimes I did have a bit of leakage with that. And so, you know, again, my stoma is flush with the skin. And so I found these online, and I said, well, what have I got to lose? I'm going to try it. And these have been absolutely lifesavers. Now, I can't say about ileostomy, because usually, Miss Lily, your output is much more liquid, so I can't address that. For those, if you've got a real liquid output, you can have drainable ones. But if you have a colostomy, usually the output is not really ability to be drained. Now, another thing, when you take these off, you can take the bag and you just squeeze it like this from the bottom, and all the stuff that's in the bag will go into the toilet. You can flush it, and then you just, you know, fold your bag over, and I put it in a baggie and throw it away. So it's really easy to take all of the output, squeeze it out into the toilet. You don't get anything on your hands. It's not dirty. You just squeeze the bag and it'll come right out. And so again, that makes it simple as well. You can just throw that output out. So I hope this has helped somebody along the way, because I know when you get out, I did not have somebody really helping me, showing me how to put the bag on or what to do, or, you know. So I thought I'll just pass that along, because I know at first when you get a new ostomy, and mine came out of the blue as well, I had no idea I was getting one. They put me in the emergency room, and I came out with an ostomy. And I'm going to keep it. It's not going to be reversed. You know, I had to learn to live with it and find the best solution. And man, I went through lots of different types of products. So these are the best ones I've found. It doesn't bother my skin. It's easy to put on, easy to take off. The cost effective. All around, I can't beat this product. So I wanted to pass that along. Thanks for tuning in, and happy ostomy.